He's like, what the hell?
I'm gonna steal Syntell's intro here, just right quick. I want to let you all know, I actually asked Syntell if we could shoot this evening. We don't shoot in the evenings.
No, we don't.
And I was like, yo, I just need to know what the I need to know what happens next. I gotta know what happens. You got me. You know, hook, line, and sinker. I gotta know. So here we are, shooting episode 7. Syntell's tired. Please. Just one more episode, just so I can get closer to the finish line on this thing. I need to know what happens. I need to know what happens with LeBron. I need to know what happens with Amelie.
My man said LeBron. It's LeBron now. We done worked over to LeBron. I swear. Listen. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Syntell with the Intel. I am here with the comical Jaby Cohen.
What's up, everybody? What's up? I'm ready to go.
Thank you for tuning in for the second last episode, episode 7. Yo, if you are just now catching up to us and you need a recap, there are some episodes down below with a quick link for you to get to. But there is an even better way to enjoy this viewing experience, and my man Jaby, yo, let him know what's up.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see a cut down version of our reaction because we can only show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture, but there's a strong but. If you want to watch the whole thing with us, no cuts, no interruptions, no compromises, head over to my Patreon page, patreon.com/JabyKaway, or become a member of my YouTube channel, youtube.com/GetJaby, where you can watch the whole thing with us, but you will need your own Netflix subscription so you can open up the episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown sync, and it'll be like you're watching it with 2 of your favorite pals from the internet.
You need a link to that. Don't worry, there's a link in the description. The Discord's a lot of great content in there. Hey, without any further ado, let's get started.
Who dis?
I don't know.
That's a white person, I can tell. My dad's white, and I recognize those kinds of, like, they call them beauty marks, moles and stuff.
I don't know who this is.
Do black people get that?
Yeah, man, we have skin like everybody else.
I don't get that. Those like thick moles and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, black people get moles.
Your skin looks beautiful, dude.
Thank you. Like, I appreciate it.
I've seen Syntell shirtless. I've never seen that shit.
Going a step further, it actually might not exist.
There you go.
We'll never know whether the stimuli in our brain are caused by a reality or a constructive one.
Oh, that's the kind of pillow talk I want.
It's kind of talk. I don't know if that's gonna keep the yang up for me, but you know.
Never forget.
Never ever.
Yeah, because you can always tell a lady, listen, in my reality, my is massive. I just need you to get with my reality. There's that siren again.
Shutdown.
Maura?
So like, I'm out.
That sound like air raid sirens, right?
It does, yeah. We still don't know for sure what era this is. Oh.
Whoa. I see some glitches in the Matrix in the background.
Uh-oh. There's a pyramid behind him.
Yeah. And those weird crystals.
Some of that stuff. Look at all that stuff around him.
Maura?
What's it called?
With those crystals?
The crystal. Yeah, there you go. The crystals.
I just call them crystals. I don't think they've been named yet, per se.
Maura, let me out of here! The shutdown has started. We don't have much time before everyone will die again.
He said again.
Please!
I need my device. Please!
Those moments always
All right.
aggravate me when people don't listen. That's such a thing for me. Oh, you about to MacGyver this bad boy.
What could you buy?
I mean, you got
shut my
the
mouth.
dentist chair there with a whole bunch of tools and stuff. Maybe, I don't know. But I wouldn't go banging at the hull of a ship.
He's gonna flood it?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if that's the move.
Unless
The hull isn't
This
really
is
the
just-
hull.
Oh, what?
Wires? Huh. That wouldn't be inside of the hull of a ship, I wouldn't think.
I almost feel like this could have been a cool video game.
Yeah, in like a Silent Hill kind of way.
Yeah. Like there's so many characters. It's like
They got iPads, dog. So
there would be so much rewatchability or replayability in a game like this where you could play as all these different characters.
very true. Now they didn't have this kind of technology in the 60s and 70s. We just took a big technology jump.
Again, dude, anything is possible.
In a dream
Change
state.
one thing in history. Well, that too, if you in a dream state. But if you change anything in history, you're questioning the iPad.
Yeah, an iPad in 1965.
Of all the things, like the big pyramid with the fucking world within a world. That's the part that
That's
the
the part
iPad
that
is what
you-
bothers you.
Listen, and here's the other thing.
iPads. I can't buy that.
Rubbish. I'm done with the show.
Kann ich Ihnen helfen? Haben Sie sich verlaufen? Geht es Ihnen gut? Kann ich Ihnen helfen? Haben Sie sich verlaufen?
She's like, you're not supposed to be in this dream. What's wrong with you?
He's like in the Nebuchadnezzar or something, dude.
Golly, as somebody who's, really
Claustrophobic.
OC about, cable wrangling, that just that's right there did not work for me.
When I watch stuff like this, I just gotta turn that brain off. Just can't. Oh, he found his way out.
That's a cool looking door for this one. Oh, I love the Matrix transition when they do that with the cathode ray tubes. He's so creepy looking. He looks like Dracula. He looked like a Mr. Burns version of Dracula.
That's interesting. To me, the way he looks at the TVs, it reminds me of all things the priest character from Hunchback of Notre Dame, the Disney movie.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
creepy ass priest in that movie.
Yeah, that's not bad. Okay.
Vi er ikke udvalgt til at følge ham. Vi ved fandme godt begge to, jeg ikke bærer Guds barn. Og du ikke hører Guds stemme.
Oh, we having this conversation right now. Like, I wonder, when those flashlights were invented, like the little handheld.
Oh, he's going
units.
between the different. He's going between the different dreams or different memories.
Like he's realm jumping. If you didn't get any of that.
Oh,
Oh, well, dang, really an inconvenience, right? Like you said.
well, he knows his way around.
He hopping through realms like in the very first Super Mario Brothers, man. When you can skip to, levels 4, 5, and 6. So she's in the captain's quarters now? No, she just left the captain's quarters. I forgot. I don't know whose quarters she's going to now.
Yo, I wonder how they shot this. Because it really feels like the room is topsy-turvy.
Yeah.
But it could just be acting and people pulling shit around.
Kind of like how they did in the old Star Treks.
Yeah, exactly. But when she pushed the bed, it just went across the room because of the ship. I wonder how they pulled that off. It must just be like
No,
PAs.
you're right. It's on something. It's on like a set that moves.
Oh, she's in her own. She's in his memory. Oh, they're gonna meet up here, right? He's gonna show up too. That must have always been.
Oh, that's their kid? Wow.
This is ironic. He's in her memory and she's in his.
Oh,
not
no.
go- Oh.
That's just way too dark for me. That's a big no for me.
Where have you been?
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I tried to get you as fast as I could.
He looks really young for being his pops.
Yeah, and we are kind of assuming it, though, too.
Yes, remember where it is.
I just need to find my device so I can stop this.
Why was he killing people?
If they're not really dying, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's like you're playing a game.
She will wake up this time.
Oh.
He knows how to find
Wait,
it
he
now.
had that the whole time?
Yeah, I guess so.
Nine.
Everybody got baseball cards around here.
Why doesn't he want her going into his memory?
I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
Well, I wouldn't apologize. Bitch closed the door on you. Like, you tried to explain it.
The world is ending upstairs. I need you to speed this up, lady.
I can't have children. Doctor said I could never have children.
False memory.
I'm not having a child, so why don't I remember?
Because you wanted to forget?
Oh.
Ooh.
So we got some Eternal Sunshine stuff going on.
Feel it if I had a son. Why don't I feel anything?
Maybe he doesn't really exist anymore.
Because you wanted to get rid of the pain.
Yep.
Come on, you're a brain genius.
I know you remember.
Come on.
Wow. Did you really call it? And they're really going to do it with the apocalypse going on upstairs?
I was joking, dude. I was playing.
Show was like, I wasn't. Wow.
It's real, you're not real.
You're trapped in here, you all are. This isn't real. This is a simulation.
I tried reading that book, Simulacra and Simulation. I got through 10 pages. I was like,
You have to wake up. Or there will be nothing left to wake up for. We're running out of time.
I didn't really understand his need to bring up the allegory of the cave.
Sir.
Yeah, go ahead and say it. What do you look like?
No, I had a brain breaking situation just now about my own reality.
Oh, goodness.
Because he's watching them, and like, in a game or in a computer, you can be observing something, but there's no physical camera there.
There's a code, an override. It's the only way out of here before everything restarts. You have to remember where it is.
I don't understand. Why would I know where it is?
Try to remember.
Okay. Literally a key.
Mm-hmm.
You'll wake up this time. I promise.
Don't drop it now.
Every simulation runs 8 days. None of the ships have ever made it to their destination. You're caught in a loop. Simulation after simulation.
This is breaking my head a little bit. Because I think about my own life, and I'm like, what if this is all a simulation? You get to the end, you just gotta restart. You know?
You wouldn't even know. For all you know, you've lived this life millions of times.
Yeah.
跟我一齊嚟。
Ma!
He's like, what the hell? That look was so for real. He was like, are you serious?
I thought it was an illusion or something. She not there anymore? Oh, there you go. She gonna fly off the ship now? This looks so intense, man. Look at that rain. Look how brutal that rain is. And the fan that must be blowing on them at the same time.
Yeah.
These two must have gotten sick. Like, this looks like it was so intense to shoot.
And I'm sure this was a multiple day shoot, just this part.
Why did you do that? How the fuck did you do that? Why did you do that?
Resetsies.
That was dumb. Why did you do that? I must have missed something important. Why did he let go?
Yeah, I think everybody's gonna die except for Maura and her husband. Everybody's gonna get reset. And they're gonna be the only people that's gonna be to remember it. And that's how they're gonna start season 2 off.
Oh, dang.
Yeah,
Go get Alfred.
everybody's gonna catch it.
Get Alfred, quick. Pick up that shit.
Ugh.
Vi kan ikke blive her. Kom.
Du skal ikke være bekymret. Hvis det er det her, han ønsker for mig, skulle jeg så modsætte mig hans vilje.
Tror du, han vil have, at du skal dø? Gud vil have, at du skal dø. Det er det, du...
Wow, damn.
Jeg vil aldrig forlade dig.
This reminds me in Titanic when the old people died together in the bed.
Oh, I was thinking about the Titanic when they were playing the music going down with the ship.
Yeah.
Every time they make the same mistake because they can't get rid of their emotion. But that's what makes them weak. One shouldn't base a choice on love, anger, hate. They're just silly feelings.
That's a bit negative, don't you think? I feel like love is actually, that bond is actually what's helped us to survive. Like,
Oh, the portal's gone.
Where is it?
I don't know!
You've come far this time. Using the Prometheus to regain access was a smart move. Nevertheless, your little reprogramming won't help. Everyone on the ship will eventually die and take part in the next simulation.
Why am I here?
I want the key. And in return, you will keep your son.
What have you done? Where's Elliot? What have you done to him?
The key. You know where to find me.
Never forget.
all right.
I don't know. Keyhole?
Your mother will bring me the key. And this will finally come to an end.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Oh, wow.
That's a cool visual.
I feel like there's another episode after this? They seem to be wrapping it up. That is crazy. It's like an eye or the birth canal.
I know, I thought the same thing.
Oh, he was still down in his world, so he missed all that.
Moon Shadow? Is that what's playing?
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's Cat Stevens. Wait, I thought those people are supposed to... I'm confused.
I definitely don't feel smart enough for this episode, I have to admit. I mean, I do a pretty decent job of understanding some stuff, but this one got me a little... Yeah, man, I don't know what to... Okay, so we reset. We're back in the junkyard where the previous trials didn't go right, but yet the passengers are still alive. Why are there people still alive?
They haven't been brought back into the Matrix yet. The reset for them has not fully happened yet. That's my guess.
I'm giggling, but I think you may be right. Maybe there's another step.
Either that or by him switching the ring and the key, something happened. The fact of the matter is, though, not everybody came back because there's 1,600 souls that aren't there. I don't know how any of this works. Obviously, it's like I'm learning with you.
I feel like this is one of those things you need, like some cliff notes. Maybe, we still have another episode left, which could definitely tie up. I need at least, I ain't saying all of them gotta be tied up. I'm not even saying half of them gotta be tied up. But I need at least a quarter of these strings tied up in order for me to feel some type of satisfaction.
For me, this is doing a much better job of filling in the gaps than Dark. I mean, right away, you know what I mean? Like, Dark took a while for you to really get some intel and understand what the heck was going on.
Right.
Whereas here, it's like, oh, okay, you're really getting the larger scope of things much quicker.
Yeah, and we also need the gift of patience. We do. We get the patience because there's a whole other episode. And they were on the head regarding the exchanging of the ring and the necklace. There's something in that because those aren't what they are. They're like programs in a sense. Him taking off the ring is a symbolization of taking off his protection and giving it to his wife so that she can become protected in some kind of way, some kind of symbolic kind of way. That's how it feels.
Here's the thing: when Creator opened up the little pyramid that he had in his hand, there was a keyhole in there, right? And so if this is a simulation, what the Creator is experiencing must also be a simulation for that key to have any relevance to his own reality.
You think so? Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
So
we're inceptioning it again.
Exactly. It's a matrix within a matrix kind of thing. That was an idea explored in Matrix Revolutions that never really went anywhere. It was one of those things that Wachowskis sort of expected you to just figure out on your own, which annoyed the shit out of me. But like the idea with Neo seeing gold in the real world after he was blinded indicates that they're actually inside of another matrix. The real world was just another matrix. And so that's my guess as to what's happening here, is that it's just another layer. And maybe if he gets the key, he can get out of the next level simulation. Does that make sense?
Okay, so the Creator's actually, he needs freedom too. That's his motivation.
That's what I'm seeing here.
Okay.
That's a guess. Obviously,
to grab on to. I feel like that poor girl, going down the whirlpool. It's like, what's happening? It's cool, I mean, I still need just a bit of understanding. And I have no problems admitting that the show is smarter than me. I have no problems. I don't feel shameful about it at all. This show is definitely smarter than I am at this moment.
I thought that was such a cool visual, though. I did not understand why her Boothang decided to just, let go. Like Edward Norton near the end of Fight Club, why'd you let go? What was that about? I must have missed something important or crucial in that moment because it didn't make sense to me that he would just let go and then fly the fuck off the ship. I think you gave her the idea to hold on to that. You hold on to it too. I don't get it. Anyway, this is minor, I guess. Doesn't really matter.
One thing to replay the simulation over and over again because, if we think freedom is the Creator's, motivation, but how sadistic are you to sit there and watch people just die in horrible, horrible ways, like you're watching, Kicking It with the Kardashians or something, like it's some kind of weird reality show, and then to do it to his own daughter? There's
multiple ways to dissect that. Firstly, he's watched it happen dozens and dozens of times. After a while, I think you get used to it. James Bond doesn't have a problem with killing anybody anymore.
But those are people that deserve killing.
But you're right. But I'm just saying, it's like dozens of times he's watched. I think at a certain point you're desensitized. That's number one. Number two is it's a simulation.
Yeah.
And so you don't feel bad when you're in God of War cutting up some NPCs or bad guys.
Yeah, because how horrible it would be somewhere backstage on the disc, those NPCs are like, not again. I would feel some kind of way about that. Yeah.
No, I mean, it's funny you should say that because I was watching the whole reset, and I was starting to feel bad about every time I zero out my hard drive.
I know, they're like, it's coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows if those bits have sentience? I don't want to think about that. That's terrible.
Everything has life.
Oh.
Even inside your stomach, there's bacteria that's alive.
I mean,
why shouldn't zeros and ones have life too?
Yo, so I guess the theme of this episode is there's just tons of sacrifice. There's sacrifice all over the place. We had the ship's mate or whoever he is, the guy that helped lead the rebellion. Sacrificed himself for the pregnant lady, Toe. I think that's her name, Tove.
I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, let's both try to get up there. Why'd you stay back?
We just moved to another section. The other sacrifice with the big one was Maura's husband, because the way he gave that ring away and said goodbye with the I'll always love you, it felt very final. So whatever it is, whatever arrangement he's got made, it feels final. I don't know.
No, it's not. It's to be continued. It's to be continued for sure. I'm just wondering how physics works with the door and the water and stuff like that. If you could get the door mostly closed together and the water continues to flood the room, would the water eventually push the door shut?
Yeah, that's how those doors are designed, so that even if you don't, the water pressure itself pushes the door shut. I don't know.
Why the fuck did you stay back?
Hey,
why would he stay back?
It's more dramatic.
He drowned himself for this pregnant hoe.
All right.
why did you stay back, guy? Like, I guess, you know, in a way, it's kind of cool because it gives him an arc. Because you're not sure if he's bad or if he's good. I mean, he started the mutiny, but then like he saved her, and so I guess that's a good dude moment.
Yeah, I don't think he's inherently bad. I just think his motives are just put him in a position where, you know, other people got to catch the L. You know, it's just because he thought his captain was losing his mind, and his captain was losing his mind. So it's not like he was wrong.
No doubt.
I mean, it's you know, he's like, yo, there's other people on this ship that we kind of got to think about. The captain's off, you know, exploring the world. All right, so I'm gonna need you to explain this to me because I missed something obviously, and that is the captain is on another ship. How did
he found a portal through there because he was stuck in his memory,
right?
Because he was transported there with the little device, and then somehow from there, just kind of like our stranger, the mystery guy who's Galadriel's husband. You know, he found his way by pulling the wall apart, right?
Yeah.
So presumably the captain did the same thing somehow.
Okay.
I forgot to explain to you the allegory of the cave. I'm surprised you don't know about this one.
Maybe.
So
go ahead, please.
As soon as I get halfway into it, you're gonna know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So Plato's allegory of the cave. It's a thought experiment where you go, okay, so imagine that you are trapped inside of a cave, right? And you're chained to face a wall. And there's a fire behind you, but you don't know what fire looks like. You just know it's behind you, and there are people moving around. And so when people move around past the shadows, you're seeing their shadows on the wall, and they're speaking. And so in your brain, your whole life, all you've seen are shadows on the wall, and those are people. And the only people besides that you know are the people to your left and right who are also chained to face the wall, who are only seeing shadows, right? Like I've painted a picture so far.
Yeah.
Basically, you imagine then that someone unchains you and has you face the fire and face the people who are walking around. For the very first time, you're seeing what is creating those shadows, and you realize those shadows are just shadows. The real people are the ones behind you. You've never seen them before, but you go a step further, and this stranger takes you outside of the cave, out into the world, and you see grass and sunshine and feel wind for the first time, and you experience the world as it is, glory and all. And then that person takes you back into the cave and puts you back into your chains and facing the shadows again. And you try to explain your comrades to your left and right, like, yo, this is not real. This is just shadows. And they go, you're crazy.
Yeah.
You know, that's
You've been drinking that cave wine again, haven't you, Leroy?
yeah. That's the allegory of the cave. So when he was explaining it, I'm like, okay, but she doesn't remember anything. So how is she the victim in the allegory of the cave? Like, if anyone is the victim in the allegory of the cave, it's him, right? It just didn't make any sense the way he was explaining it. It felt like the show was trying to be heady in that moment, unnecessarily.
Okay.
It's like you're trying way too hard, show. Like, calm down. That's what I got from that moment, but maybe I'm being an asshole.
No, I mean, thank you, because that definitely went over my head until you explained it, and I was like, okay, shadows. All right, let's you know, let's keep it moving.
Do you think Leroy and Amelie are gonna end up together?
Jerome. Yeah. I feel like they've already, in probably one of those previous past experiments, had already like linked up or whatever. And you know, sorry about
I think you're right.
I
think you're right.
Yeah. All right. Listen, that's a good place to actually kind of close this out. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out with us with episode 7. This has been tons of fun. We are still trying to, you know, soak it out. Let us know what we got right, what we got wrong, and definitely what we missed without being too spoilery. And of course, if you want to help support the channel, check out some of the merch that's down there. We got some stickers. We got
buy some stickers, bitches.
Some shirts with cool little logos, and I'll probably have some additional $18.99 stuff associated with it as well. And if you want to get a better experience, as you can see, you know, me and Jaby, we just have a really good time chopping it up, dissecting everything. If you want to get it full, raw, uncut, Jaby, let them know how they can do that.
For the uncompromised version of this reaction, head over to youtube.com/getjaby and become a member of the channel there, or become a member of our Patreon, patreon.com/JabyKuwait.
Hey, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Don't worry if you miss it. There's a link in the description. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And of course, give us those thumbs up so you know when we release the next episode. And, you know, helps the people know you're digging what we're giving you. With that being said, we will catch you for episode 8. Peace out.